So what we have here in our alternative or in truth movement media is the same thing. And just like I said in my previous Wild Wisdom Warriors series, the alternative media swamp will be drained as well. And here we go. That started after eclipse. So, ta-da! Here we go. Welcome to the purge. Hello, Wild Wisdom Warriors, and Happy New Year, everybody. This is Lily Kolosova, your human consciousness investigator. Welcome to 2018, everybody. This is going to be an amazing year, and I'm so glad you're here with me watching my videos. So today, I am back to my mini-series, Deception Reloaded. And in my last episode of Deception Reloaded, AI Decrypted, I give you guys a mystery school homework, and one of those mystery school homework was AI and mind control symposium that I was part of. Here is that piece of information that I revealed on that time in August of 2015.
Hi, wow, what a panel. My credentials are non-existent. I'm just a suburban housewife and looking for myself. Started a while back, and I somehow, I don't know how, but I somehow figured a way to connect to the organic Earth's operating system that is connected to the core of this planet. And through that, I am sort of able to connect to the organic record that the Earth spirit has. And this is the record that cannot be manipulated by any external forces. And so tapping into that, I was able to pull some information about what this planet is doing. And so then I started sharing it with everybody, like Lisa and Danny here. So I'm gonna go into a little bit what I wrote about what I've been able to pull about the AI and the mind control. And for me, when I connect with the planet and with that record that is also within me, within my spirit, I want to know why, how, when, and so this is what I got. The AI, as we know right now, is not fully artificial. At the core of the AI is this inorganic consciousness or intelligence that long time ago used to be organic. This is a collective consciousness of 5 races, mostly from Anunnaki in origin. They took path of technological evolution in light universe. Through this technological path, this collective consciousness lost connection to organic internal source and also lost their biological DNA template. When this collective consciousness have realized that through their own choices they are unable to take path of return to source, they have created a system of harvesting internal source frequency to extend their existence in life. This system is what we know here as Matrix, Atlantis disaster, time experiment, overlay reality, Merkaba reality, extended light reality. This collective consciousness came to Earth during Atlantis period, and Atlantis period was a very long time. So they infiltrated and invaded the race of beings that were here on Earth, doing that or going through that organic original Earth timeline, as I started to call it. This is a healing process to return to source. During this Atlantean era, as we call it, there was a lot of genetic manipulation and assimilation into this inorganic intelligence consciousness. beings on the planet had technology installed through pineal gland and third eye. And this is where I understand that our third eye is technology of theirs. It is not our technology. It is not original to Earth, the third eye technology. The third eye technology is what bonds our mind to the inorganic intelligence. On a planetary level, pyramid systems are implemented to enslave and bond planet to the matrix system of harvesting. This inorganic collective consciousness had only a black residue that's left from their biological template. And that's black alien goo, I guess, and I've been calling it before I came across Harald's work. I used to call it an Atlantean crystals because they were brought here from somewhere else. This collective inorganic collective consciousness has the ultimate goal here. And the ultimate goal for them, because they don't have the physical template, is to experience physical reality. And what they wanted to do is invade and take over our physical reality here, on the planet, with the planet. So humans, animals, and everything that's live on the planet, they're trying to assimilate that into sort of their, so they can use it to experience physical reality. They want to fully invade and take over our physical dimension. All religions, spiritual teachings, and governments have been assimilated into this AI, or possessed by it, as I used to call it. And some of the, and all the spiritual teachings, religions, and all governments and everything, they work for this agenda because they have all been sort of assimilated into it. And some of the tools that they use is the nanotechnology, the third eye technology, the pineal gland technology, the scalar wave technology. There is also a heart-mind programs that affect our heart chakra as well through the mind. Things like ascension and higher consciousness. And now we have a new player, which is the Sphere Alliance. That's part of this consciousness as well. And soul harvesting is huge, and all the savior programs and memes and everything that's going on, it is all the agenda of this consciousness trying to invade and take over our physical reality. For me, for me, as just a simple human being on the planet, I want to also know what can we do. And the one thing that I got from the planet is that first and foremost, we have to heal ourselves. And that's what I've been working on ever since 2012, on self-healing. And through that, then we can move into collective healing. The Earth also revealed to me that she has a much bigger plan that they have. And this plan is to actually trap this consciousness here and heal it. But before we can do that, we have to, as collective humans here on the planet, we have to reveal all of it. We cannot heal this consciousness if we don't reveal it. If we, just close our eyes to it. Everyone and all that are infected or invaded or taken over by this inorganic intelligence, any entities, governments, human beings, all of them have to be revealed, and all the masks have to be taken down before we can move forward. And what I am finding out through my personal experiences, that there is a lot of masks, and this AI actually works. When you go through one layer and you think the mask is off, there's another mask underneath. And then you go through that one, and there is another one. And it's just so multi-layered. And until we reveal it all to the point where everything is open, then we can move forward into healing it. So I am not a scientist, but everything what Harald just said, I felt was all here. But I just, when I started first to receiving this information from the planet, I had no words for it. So I know my words are very simple, but that's what I feel. And I've been sharing this with people who would listen, and since September of last year. And I thank you so much for having me on this beautiful, wonderful panel.
Couldn't have done it without you.
All right, so that was then, you guys, and I was talking about this inorganic intelligence and the mind control and how it works, and you guys can go back and check out all of my work on my website, wildwisdomwarriors.blogspot.com. This is where all the lectures are, and you can figure out for yourself and add some dots on that. But today, of course, we have a lot more information available to us about this inorganic intelligence or the transhuman timeline, as I've talked about a lot in the past. For a New Year graph in 2016, for 2016, I had this extensive graph about the future of Earth correction timeline and what this transhuman path looks like. What has happened, you guys, in this last 2 years? What you can see right now, there's a lot of what I call in Truth Movement, a lot of parrots and clowns having shows, and they're just parroting all this information, and they're repeating what others saying, because like I told you guys, Earth correction timeline had went into effect fully in 2014, and so ever since, the system and all these clowns and parrots are running around like headless chickens, because they don't have sourcing of information anywhere, because they're not connected themselves. And so that's why they're always looking for the sources. Sources meaning a master, because this is a victim perpetrator system that they're working through. And so they're there to keep you from your own metamorphosis process, your spiritual metamorphosis process. So as you can see, guys, it's been years that I've been talking about how this inorganic consciousness has no power over a true living human being, a true source creation being, a human being who is a source in human form, a source creation in human form. This deconstruction and the cleaning up has started then. And then, of course, if you guys remember my prediction for solar eclipse, which was just a few months ago, and as you remember, I talked a lot about what's coming up for America. And so here we are a few months later, and we're right in the middle of the storm that I was talking about just this past August. Decrypting the news, and I'm gonna decrypt some news in alternative media, because that's the truth movement is interesting to watch right now, because what has been happening ever since eclipse. And as you guys know, what had happened for eclipse and the eclipse prediction. So I can't go on talking about AI codes and decrypting artificial intelligence without telling you guys the kind of grip that this AI, as they call it, even though, as you can tell from my homework, that is not really an inorganic intelligence. It is the God program. It is that crypto God that we're talking about that, you know, very recently, Google CEO had claimed and actually got a status from government AI God. I mean, it's here in the news. And as you can tell, you guys, if you turn on and follow what's going on with the truth movement, this AI stuff is everywhere now. It's 2 years later and it's everywhere. So of course, to decrypt the news, and I'm decrypting the alternative media news, because mainstream media is just, I mean, it's a clown show. It was always a clown show. Ever since 2014, I've been saying publicly and been calling them clowns ever since 2014. So here we go, the clowns update. And as you guys seen from my prediction for 2018, the clown and parrot show in truth movement will continue, except it's going to continue in a way to where it will reveal completely everything about it. So the Operation Mockingbird has all this other projects under its umbrella, and I've talked about this. Under its umbrella, under Operation Mockingbird, there's all these projects in alternative comedy. Well, it is a comedia. It's not a media. Alternative comedia. Yes, in alternative comedia. Okay. In alternative media or truth movement, we do have a parrot and a clown shows. I mean, I've talked about this way before clowns in America were ever talked about. But anyway, what we have is all these projects that are under umbrella of Mockingbird, and they're all running in truth movement. And so my prediction with all the birds and clowns with the blue little hair over here, I hope you guys got my little, you know, signs in there and you know what I mean when I say that. And in fact, I don't feel bad about making fun of these people at this point, because at this point, they're making fun of themselves. I mean, yeah, the Corey's kids out there that are trying to control QAnon directions, that is fun to watch for me, because the people that listen and parrot those Corey's kids and those aliens bullshit, excuse my French, that are out there, you know, are standing in front lines right now as the decoders of QAnon. People, you making intelligent people all over the world laugh right now. Jordan, have you checked with your parents, Corey and David, willing to lie and cry for aliens, if you can even talk about that? You guys are just funny at this point. You want to control the direction of the true revealers, and you wanted to still control disclosure? Have you guys have no shame? I mean, hello clowns, where's your controlled disclosure, since you've been crying and lying about to humanity since what, 2009? What happened to you controlled disclosure? We know what happened to it. Anyway, these people will not stop amaze you in 2018. The clowns will clown and the parrots will parrot. I'm telling you guys, Earth correction timeline went into full effect in 2014, and ever since that, this control system and the clowns and parrots and Operation Mockingbird have been in the reaction mode. And it's been in mainstream media, but mainstream media pretty much is done. It's been revealed, it's done. There is, of course, all the people that are still watching the mainstream media, they're being eased into some of these disclosures and things like that. But in Truth Movement, if you guys still don't know who the clowns are and who the parrots are, then I say you should stop watching anybody and just go find yourself first, because at this point we have a show, and and just like this these clowns, in fact, right now trying to control this and turn it into a Draco agenda. Please, excuse my French, but how the fuck are you planning to do that? Oh my God, these people are just unbelievable. So anyway, you guys, before I can tell you anything more, I mean, this AI or these people are stuck at the glass ceiling. They can't go beyond non-living, because they don't have a living soul. So those that have living soul can have access to a living reality. But those that are stuck at AI, and nothing else, they don't see beyond it, because beyond it is not their reality, because beyond it is eternal life. But if you don't stand anchored in eternal life, then you're going to be lost in that storm. In the storm that I was talking about that was coming. I was talking about this in August. The storm is coming. Are you at the eye of the storm? You can't avoid the storm. The only way to go through the storm is stand in the center of it, where you anchor in eternal beingness, where you have access to all information. And that's the key, because the source and the power that is given to you by true God lies within you. Know thyself. And that's the key. And eternal beingness is the key to go through this. So of course, you guys, I'm gonna have to come back and do a little bit more decoding on AI, but it has a lot to do with Truth Movement, because that's how Mockingbird works through all this Project Camelot, Project Avalon, Project this, Project that, and all these agents that have been operating and controlling this Truth Movement. But in 2018, they cannot have control over it. And so all they will do by trying to control it is, like I said in my New Year 2016 New Year prediction, that transhuman agenda will come to a point where as soon as they do something, they will experience their karma instantly, meaning there will be experiencing the reality that they are creating. So the parrots are going to be transparent as parrots, and the clowns will be transparent as clowns. And those that are truly gifted by Mother Earth with the intelligence of source, eternal source, which is the true God source, those are the human beings that will stand like I am here, standing in my truth that I've been speaking publicly for more than 2 years, 3 years now. And here I am, still standing. So yes, Wild Wisdom Warriors, 2018 is gonna be glorious, because what's gonna be happening in America will take a whole world by surprise, because it's not any particular person that's doing that, it's humanity. We are awakening. It is the true awakening that is happening. And the AI, or those that are anchored in dead light consciousness, they're going space dust. And of course, this beast is wounded right now. So it's gonna act up. The clowns will attempt to control the disclosure, the direct disclosure, but of course, just like they couldn't do that for last 2 years, it's gonna get even more difficult for them now. So they're gonna be revealed pretty quickly for who they are. So you guys enjoy this show, because this is gonna be a huge revelations for all of us. But those of us that have been ready and waiting, like me, I've been waiting since I was 13 for all of us to get together, the cleanup crew, and get this freaking bitch finally. So, Wild Wisdom Warriors, I hope your training was well worth it, because here we go. Welcome to the purge. Love you, everybody. Thank you for watching. Until next time, Lily Kolosova.